Hi Veggie family, welcome back to Vegetari-Yum. Today we are going to do something exciting. We are going to make vegetarian stir fry. Yes, that's right. I know you're probably thinking, stir fry? You only use steak and chicken for stir fry. Well, not today, folks. You're gonna love it. Right here, right now on Vegetari-Yum. So these are the ingredients for today's recipe. We are making...
What are we making?
Well, now that the suspense has got you.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Wasn't us forgetting, it was suspense.
We are making vegetarian stir fry.
Woohoo!
Now what we have here is we do have some organic buckwheat soba noodles. I have some leftover artichoke hearts that we use on a vegetable pizza that are great for throwing in. Broccoli florets, zucchini, colorful peppers, baby bella mushrooms, onions, and we cannot forget the star of our recipe today, our tofu. We chose extra firm organic tofu for today's recipe. Now many of you probably think, ugh, tofu. That's what I used to think. Now I don't use it in every recipe, but tofu is something that I love to use in stir fry.
And with stir fry, that is really kind of the theme you want. You want nice, decent size, not super thick, but big enough to where it's going to absorb the flavor of your sauce or whatever you're using in your stir fry.
We are getting ready to start cooking our stir fry. You can see I have put a little bit of ground pepper and a little bit of garlic powder on our vegetables. I've got the onions and peppers and zucchini in here. I do not have the mushrooms yet because I am going to wait a little bit longer to throw them in. You are welcome to throw them all in at the same time, but I like to wait on the mushrooms because they don't take as long. Now, most of you know, if you've seen some of my videos already, I am not one to use a lot of oil, but I am going to put just a tiny bit of avocado oil. You can use olive oil or whatever oil you prefer. I'm just going to put a little bit. And I'm going to just put this on in between low and medium just to get it a first little stir. Toss in the oil a little bit. So you hear that nice little sizzling going on from the little bit of avocado oil that we put in. And then I'm going to add something that some of you may not be familiar with. This is called liquid aminos. This is actually an alternative to soy sauce. But again, just like soy sauce, it does have sodium in it. So again, I am not really a salt person either. So I'm just going to use just a little bit, just to have that nice flavor. And it does not take much of this at all. And then I'm going to let this cook down for a little bit until the vegetables are almost soft. Okay, so we are just about ready to move on to the next step. Again, your softness of your vegetables is going to be entirely up to you. These are pretty soft. They still have a little bit more to go, but we have more things to do. So we are going to go ahead and move on. We had some leftover artichoke hearts from a vegetable pizza that we made, so we are going to dump those in. I'm going to give them a good stir. They'll break up eventually on their own. Now I'm going to add the portobello mushrooms that you saw at the beginning.
Yeah.
Clearly someone is in love with portobello mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. Mushrooms for stir fry are fantastic.
Alright, so I know you guys are all wondering, well, hello, what about the protein? But remember, we have tofu to add. But I just cut it in little cubes.
Bloop.
I'm going to put that in there as well. So I'm just giving that all a good old-fashioned stir to get that all mixed around.
Old-fashioned stir.
If you remember back, we said for this recipe we are going to use our organic buckwheat soba noodles.
Soba noodles.
Now, the correct directions for this is boil some water, throw in some noodles, turn it down to low, and put them in there for 3 minutes. We are not going to have a separate pot, a separate step.
Nope.
We're going to toss everything in.
One pot dish.
You can chop these noodles up. You can leave them whole. Once you get them all stirred in, it looks crazy right now with all these noodles popping up.
Oh my.
Got a shot of that, Eric?
Yeah, it looks like we're doing porcupine stir fry.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put the lid back on, give this a minute to get going, and I'll check back on in a minute. So you can see everything is starting to blend together, and it is just about done. Okay, so we are pretty much done at this point. I am getting ready to turn this off. And now you will see there is still a little bit of the juice left in there. I leave that on purpose. If you do not want that in there, you can continue to cook it a little bit more until you cook most of that down. I like to have that juice in there to pour it back over when I put it in my bowl or on my plate. But so here we are. We have our vegetarian stir fry, and we're about to get to the best part where we get to taste it.
And look at that.
Our finished product, our very own vegetarian stir fry. So now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the taste testing of our vegetarian stir fry. So you will see me, I always have a salad. So this is nice to pair with any side item, salad, vegetables of any sort. Even though we are having vegetables, you know me, I'm a vegetable junkie, so I love it. So if you will just zoom in here just a minute, Eric, you can see all of those delicious veggies that we had prepared. We've got the artichoke, the peppers, the mushrooms, the zucchini, the onions, and don't forget our tofu and our noodles. So let's dig right on in and see what we have here.
Those oranges look pretty tasty too. So what do you think?
Well, the vegetables are nice and tender, and you can really taste the blending of the vegetables and the tofu, and the noodles are soft, and they just slither down your throat.
That's a nice word.
I hope you enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to try it at home, and don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel, and please share.
So, from Vegetari-Yum, this is Eric.
This is Shelly.
Have a fantastic day.
Bye.